Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel, 23 Flavors of Stitching. My name is Kirsten and today is February 9th and it is going to be Flosstube number 32. So, really quick for a kind of life update, I guess. You can skip ahead if you want. I just got home last night from visiting my niece for her first birthday. That was awesome. I was able to be there for a week and it was really fun. I'm so glad I was able to be there. Being 2,000 miles away is really hard. But I'm so glad that I was able to be there. It was a fun week, a fun day. My husband and I, really me because I picked it out, we got her a ball pit and then 2 outfits. She loves her ball pit. While I was at the airport all day yesterday, my mom sent me a couple videos of her playing around in the ball pit, and then she also sent me some pictures because not part of her birthday, I got her some things while we were in Hawaii. And I got her a plush beluga whale, and it kind of matches my dolphin, but it's white and obviously doesn't have a fin. But so I got her a white beluga whale, and also while I was at the airport all day yesterday, my mom sent me videos of her, or pictures of her like hugging her whale. So it was really awesome to see her. I can't believe she's already won. That's wild to me. If you watched my last Stitch With Me video, then you knew that I was having some issues with getting my degree honored with the graduation office. That has been fixed, and hopefully in the next couple of weeks I will get my diploma in the mail, which will be awesome. If you did not know that that was an issue, you can either go watch my Stitch With Me video, or I can just tell you right now. Basically, when you're a student, you have like a graduation tracker that tells you how far along in your degree you are, which classes you have to take, whether you've declared your major, all that stuff. Mine was saying 120 credits needed, 120 credits applied, incomplete. Because it was still saying incomplete, the graduation office was not honoring my degree. And so I spent about, I want to say a month trying to get a hold of my advisor, getting a hold of him like twice maybe in the space of that month. And basically I was worried that I was going to have to reapply for graduation because we had passed the deadline for fall graduates. And I also thought that like maybe I was going to have to take another class. So I was really like frustrated and finally got a hold of him. He said that he was sick and also couldn't get a hold of the graduation office. And so obviously I felt bad because I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I was like bugging you while you were sick. But also, usually when people are sick or like out of the office, if you email them, they have like an automated response that's like, hey, I'm out of the office. I'll get to it when I get back on such and such a day. Didn't have that. So I was like, why are you like not answering my emails? So anyway, we got it all figured out. I should be getting my degree mailed to me, or my diploma mailed to me in the next couple of weeks. And I will be walking for my 2021 graduation in May. It'll be great. Okay. So I just got home yesterday I kind of have a busy day today, so of course I'm doing everything that is like not required, right? My husband I dropped him off at campus this morning to travel to a tournament that is in southern Utah. Because it's so close, I will be traveling down there tomorrow to go watch him play. And then... but I have to repack because I have to pack different things than what I took a couple weekends ago. And also what I took to Virginia, like I have to pack completely separate things. So I have to do that today. And yeah, that's about how life is going. So for those of you that are here for the stitching, hi. I'll put when the stitching starts in the description box. When the stitchy talk starts in the description box. I have a new start. I have 3 works in progress, and I have some plans to talk to you guys about. And I have a little bit of haul purchases, whatever you want to call it, stash acquisitions. So let's just get started. Hold on just a second. Okay, so, I've got my 23 flavors in a brewmate so it can stay cold. Alrighty, my new start. My new start came out of this book for my friend by Blackbird Designs. This was actually kind of perfect for what I've been doing. So I've been doing my hashtag 25 starts for my 25th year, and then Naptime Stitcher. I really need to write down her name because I can't remember it every single time I think about it. She is doing hashtag Stitch the Winter Olympics, and I joined in. A lot of people have joined in. It's been a lot of fun. And for the first day, so February 4th, I think, was the opening ceremony. It was a new start or something that you started in 2022. That was the prompt for what you're supposed to work on. So I had a new start planned for the 6th. Before I knew that Stitch the Winter Olympics was going to happen. And so instead of starting it on the 6th, I just decided to start it on the 4th. So it was the Be Mine stocking. And I need to not show you the pattern. So this is what it will look like. And it's really cute, and it's going to be really small. I am stitching it, so the design size is 46 wide by 99 high. The finish size on a 30 count is 3.5 inches by 6 3/4 inches. And I am stitching it on a 16 count Opal Ada from Picture This Plus. I just found a hair on me. And I didn't get a ton done, but I worked on it for a little bit. So that's what we've got. It's looking so cute. And I just think, isn't this fabric so cute for it? I thought so. I'm doing my own color conversion. It called for Gentle Arts. I don't have a lot of Gentle Arts, so I kind of just went off of the picture, and I picked a pink and a darker red, and then a cream. So The pink I chose was Weeks Dye Works Charlotte's Pink. So it's this really pretty variegated color. And then for the darker red, I picked DMC 814. And then for the creamy white color, I picked DMC 712. So all of them together are on the thing, but thought those looked really good together. And it was really fun to stitch. It's really hard when you're trying to watch the Olympics and also spend time with your niece, and like spend time with your niece that you only get to see like 2 or 3 times a year. So I would say I got quite a bit done for that. And I'm hoping that it'll be kind of an easy finish this year so that I don't, like, there is no reason for this to follow me into 2023. Okay. Next up, I have my last Whip Go piece that was called for January. So I worked on it the last couple days of January, and then I also worked on it for the first couple days that I was in Virginia before the Olympics started. And that is, I have the cover photo right here actually, When Life is Done by Silver Creek Samplers. That's what it will look like when it's done. And I actually got quite a bit done. I'm pretty impressed with myself. I'm stitching it on 16 count natural. So I added some words. I added the cardinal and the heart, and then I told myself when I started this that I couldn't just do all of the words right away because I didn't want to get stuck on it, because I wasn't enjoying stitching the picture, because sometimes that happens. I enjoy stitching words. So, and because this is a lot of stitching. You don't realize it when you look at the pattern, or at least I didn't, but it's a lot of stitching. So I filled in the headstone with the details. I'm stitching this for my aunt. If you've been watching me since June of last year, then you know that I lost my uncle, and so I'm stitching this for my aunt. She picked the fabric, she knows that it's coming. So I filled in his details, and then I started filling in, and then I was like, no, because if I go somewhere, this would be like perfect fill in, so that I don't have to look at a pattern. And then, so I stopped filling in and I started working on the dress and the skin and the flowers. And so I just did like the first half of the cross, and then on my way to Virginia, and also while I was there for the first couple days of my trip, I worked on just completing the crosses. Only have to do one color, and it's basically just a bunch of fill-in, so, but it's looking pretty good. In the picture, the dress looks a lot more blue to me than gray, but it's all just grays. But that's alright. I'm using the called for DMC, and when they called for, I think there are a couple colors that they called for overdyes, and I'm using the DMC that's on the chart. But I think this one, because I would like to get it done and have it done by June. I have a couple more days for my WIPGO goal for this for the year, and then I think it might end up being like my travel piece or just take with me wherever I go piece, to try to get it done by June, because my uncle passed away in June. Okay. And then for Stitch the Winter Olympics, my last work in progress is my full coverage. Oh my goodness. Is my full coverage piece. So I made the prompts work for me. I just lost my train of thought. My neighbor texted me, and I lost my train of thought. Okay. For Stitch the Winter Olympics, there are different prompts for every day. Obviously, you can choose what to stitch. Obviously, you don't have to stitch a different thing every day. So I chose my full coverage piece for 3 prompts. Because it was while I was gone and I didn't want to have to pack a lot of projects. The sun is coming in at a weird place. So for the 5th, for the second day, it was Winter Olympics, stitch something related to winter. My full coverage piece is Enchanted Christmas Reindeer. Has snow in it. The third day for the 6th of the month was the Olympic rings. Stitch with a color from the Olympic rings. Blue, yellow, black, green, and red. I stitched with black and green and a bluish color for that day. And then for the 7th, stitch something with an animal. It's a full coverage piece of a reindeer. So for 3 days, that was what I worked on. I got a bit done. I'm very happy with my progress. My issue is that I was like, oh, I'll work on it while I watch the Olympics. Mostly what I was wanting to watch was the snowboarding. I'm a snowboarder, so instead of like casually watching the Olympics, I've been following Mark McMorris and Sebastian Toutant since I was 17. I'm turning 25 this year. So when I'm watching the men's slopestyle qualifying and final, instead of like leisurely stitching, I am invested watching the TV, getting so upset if they don't land a jump, or like I'm getting into it. I'm not just like sitting there watching. So instead of stitching while I watched the Olympics, I stitched while my niece was like wanting to watch videos, or while she was napping, so my mom and I were watching something. Have not stitched while watching the Olympics because I've really only wanted to watch the snowboarding. Speaking of, no one spoil the half pipe. I know Shaun White qualified. I know Chloe Kim qualified. But I haven't been able to watch Halfpipe because it was Halfpipe qualifying because it was going on while I was flying home and driving home. So no one ruin it. I'm gonna try to watch it today while I pack. Anyway, all that to be said, this is how much progress I got on my full coverage piece, which is actually quite a bit. I am a little bit, like 1.4% done with the pattern. But it's pretty good. I'm using the called for DMC. I am stitching it on 25 count? Pewter Lugana? I'm pretty sure it's 25 count. I need to check my notes. 25 count Pewter Lugana. I ordered it from Fat Quarter Shop. I need to do like the zigzag stitch on the edges. But that's where we're at. It's looking good. I am totally okay with it. This is also on my Whip Go board. Even though it hasn't been called yet, I'm thinking that maybe I'll add like the 2 days that I got substantial progress to my goal for Whip Go. Okay. That is all for my whips. Wow, this video is taking a minute. Okay, so for my plans, I have quite a few. Really, for the rest of the month, I am going to be doing #StitchTheWinterOlympics. Today's the 9th. I haven't stitched for today yet. I did not stitch for the 8th. But 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, and 20th. There are 11 days left of #StitchTheWinterOlympics. And if you want to join, please join. That would be so much fun to see everyone's progress. It's really fun to follow the hashtag and see everyone stitching and what they're stitching on. So today is Nordic Combined, stitch something that is part of a series or multi-part chart. I am counting my You Are My Sunshine 3 pieces as a series, and so I want to work on Happy Skies today. 10th, Alpine Skiing, stitch something related to nature. If any of you have been watching and watched some of the alpine skiing, holy crap, the amount of people that have been falling and wiping out blows my mind. I know it's because the snow is crappy, because it's all man-made, and because of the overall conditions, but oh my gosh. Anyway, stitch something related to nature. I actually have a new start that I want to do for that one. I am not going to count it towards my 25 starts. Okay, so the one that I want to start is Unplug and Go Outside. It is just called Design 1, I'm pretty sure. Design 1. I'm going to call it Go Outside, or Unplug and Go Outside. That's what it will look like. I kitted it up today. I'm just going to be stitching it on white. Hopefully I will have time to stitch on it tomorrow. But that's what I'm going to work on. For the 12th, the 11th, it is Biathlon, Stitch Something from a Pair of Designers. I am going to be stitching Stitching with the Housewives pattern. It is one of their What's in My Cup series, and it's Happy Camper. And I am going to stitch that to put in my camper. For the 12th, it is Bobsled, Stitch Something with 2 or 4 people. I am going to stitch on the plan. Again, I will be watching my husband the 11th, 12th, and 13th for about 4 hours in a day, and I don't know what the plan is besides that. So maybe I will work on Flosstube Friends. For the 13th, Stitch Something with a Halloween/fall/dark theme. Oh, it is Skeleton. I don't know why anyone would compete in that event. If you don't know what Skeleton is, it's like bobsled or the luge, but they're head first. It's one person, head first. I am going to work on my, again, tentative, my flowery sugar skull that I started from Tiny Modernist. I'm gonna bring that with me. But then I'm also driving home on the 13th, so we don't know. Okay, 14th, freestyle skiing. I have a planned new start for my #25starts, and that is my How Much I Love You. The third in my You Are My Sunshine from Stitchrovia. Speed skating, Stitch Something with a Border. I have a thing. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. This is taking a minute. Okay. 15th, Something with a Border. I have tentative to either work on my Pandemic by Long Dog Samplers or Little Women from the Stitching Book Club. To the 16th, Has a House or Building. I have written down Little Women or Chester's Place. 17th, Something with Words. I have Happy Skies or Little Women. The 18th, Flowers, Stitch Something with the Flowers or floral motif. I have Sense and Sensibility written down for that one. Because I really want to finish that. And then the 19th, Stitch Towards Your Goal on something. Again, I want to finish Sense and Sensibility, so if I don't finish it on the 18th, then I will stitch it again on the 19th. I'm pretty close on Sense and Sensibility, so. And then the last day of the Olympics for the closing ceremony, on the 20th, something you plan to finish in 2022. I would like to finish Happy Skies, so we're going to work on that. So, those are my plans. Plus, there is also Whip Go. Called for Whip Go this month was number 5 and number 17. Number 5 is my Flower Sugar Skull. So I'm going to get, let's see. My goal is to finish the flowers for that, for Whip Go. So I'll just work more on the floral-y part when I work on that this weekend. And then 17 was Lahaina for me. That was my New Year, New Start, actually. So we will maybe get to work on that after the Olympics are over. And then we will also be trying to plan for March Stitchy Madness, which is hosted by the Steel City Stitchers. I already have my new starts planned. I do not have my whips planned for that one. So we will see what happens. Alright. We are already at 30 minutes. So if you would like to stay for my haul, you can. We're gonna bring my basket over here. First up, I got the Stitch People Do It Yourself book. My brother was gifted a family portrait by his crazy ex-girlfriend, and they had it hanging in their house for a little bit, but they have asked me to redo it and to make some modifications, like their dog doesn't have a tail. Her tail was docked, and the girl stitched a tail on the dog, and then my sister-in-law wants my niece to be portrayed as a toddler and not a babe in arms. So I will be trying to figure out how to stitch my brother and his family so that they don't have that memory of the ex-girlfriend, because my sister-in-law knows the ex-girlfriend. They all worked at the same place. So I'm gonna figure that out eventually. We'll see. And next up, I have some floss. I am in the midst of kitting up Halloween Quaker by Leela's Studio. It is going to be one of my new starts this year in October. And I didn't have the called for floss for most of it. I also am stitching it on a different fabric, and so I ordered just a bunch of floss to try to make my own conversion to go with the fabric that I have. The fabric that I'm going to stitch it on is Barnwood by Picture This Plus, so it's a little bit darker than murky. Then I ordered some fabric. I don't necessarily believe I have any like set plans for this fabric. I got a 16 count Earthen by Picture This Plus. It's like a pinkish toned neutral. I got a 16 count Fog. I really like Fog. I've been using it on multiple pieces. I also got an 18 count Fog. And then I got an 18 count Platinum, because I really like Platinum as a neutral. These are mostly just so that I have things for new starts. Not that I don't have enough already, but like for my cities or other things that just need a neutral background, it'll be nice to have some. And then just got in the mail yesterday when I got home is my Just Flossin' Club by Forbidden Fiber Co. This is my January one, I believe. Yeah, this is my January one. So, this one's really cool. I just have to show you this. It's pale thistle and it's white with like purple in it. Okay, so besides that one, here are all the colors. These are like really bright and vibrant colors, and I really like it. And kind of, I think there's a purple that you're supposed to use in Halloween Quaker, and if I haven't already picked a purple, I might want to use one of these. So here's all the colors. They're so pretty. Woo! Okay. And that is all for my haul. With not being in school, and kind of having a relatively non-demanding job, I've tried to not just sit around all day. I have been enjoying my first break from school in 2 years. But I started a new book. Well, I've started many new books. The first one is The Body Keeps Score. And the second one that I started is The Whisper Network by Chandler Baker. This was one of the books in Reese Witherspoon's book club. I bought this on a whim in the Maui airport. Either Christmas 2019 or June of 2020. No, June of 2021. I can't remember when. But I didn't start reading it until a couple days ago. Not fully, like, I either didn't remember that what this book was fully about, or I did not fully read the back before I bought it. And so far it's been okay. I'll just read the back for you, and you can guess why it would be maybe a heavy read for some people. Sloane has worked with her best friends Artie and Grace for years, and they have supported one another through exciting promotions, long meetings, marriage, motherhood, and navigating office politics. Their boss, Ames, is suddenly in line to become CEO of their company. Each woman has had a different experience with Ames, who has always been surrounded by whispers. As he's pursuing the promotion, he's also targeting a new young female employee, and the women have decided enough is enough. Lies will be uncovered, secrets will be exposed, whispers carry only so far, and this time Sloane and her friends aren't going to stay quiet. So, this, after reading the back thoroughly, at the airport when I was already on my way to Virginia, I was kind of worried about triggers, about having a trauma response to this book. And so I was like, you know what, I'll give it a couple chapters. I've always heard that, like, you should give a book like 100 pages or so. And it's actually been okay so far, and I'm about to start chapter 21. I have not, like, I've been okay. And it's written really well. I really like it. So, yeah. all. I've been enjoying being able to read like books that aren't my textbooks. I've been enjoying not trying to rack my brain about learning about itself. So yeah, if you have any good book recommendations, leave them down below. I am always looking, well, now, I'm looking for good books again. I don't always like to read like self-help non-fiction-y books, but I'll try just about anything in the fiction department. So, yeah. Let me know if you have any good books, and I will keep them in a list to, like, read next. Anyway, that is all from me. Thank you for sticking with me in this longer video. I wasn't expecting it to be this long because I didn't have very much stitching. But if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment if you feel so inclined. And I hope you remember that someone always needs you. And I will see you next time.